Chris Stewart once again for BamaFever.com, joined by my broadcast partner on the Crimson Tide Sports Network for Alabama basketball, Bryan Passink. And, Bryan, we just got through watching the Alabama exhibition matchup with UAH, a tighter game than Alabama expected, to say the least, double overtime in the contest. But the Tide able to pull it out and win this one. Tell me some things that through two exhibition games, though, you really like about the Tide.
Well, I think you got some good young talent coming in, and obviously the future looks bright with Anthony Grant in this program. I mean, you've got Trevor Relaford, who had 17 points, 7 assists in the first exhibition game against Talladega College, and then 22 points in this one, and a lot of those were key baskets. And you beat UAH in double overtime. I don't think that's something that anybody expected to have happen, but you've got some good young talent coming in that's going to play significant roles on this team, and I really like how the veterans look. I mean, Jamichael Green seems to physically look better. He's in better shape. He's obviously worked extremely hard in the offseason, and all these guys are in their second year now, all these veterans, and you hear a lot about freshmen that grow up a lot between their freshman and sophomore years. Well, that's a significant amount of this Alabama basketball team. They've been in Anthony Grant's system now for a year, and they know what to expect, and I think that they'll have a chance to get off to a good start. When you have that combination of really talented newcomers and some experienced players like Jamichael Green and Tony Mitchell and Scenario Hillman, you have a chance to be much improved than you were a year ago.
A different look to this team. A point guard, as you've already talked about, in Trevor Relaford. Yeah, he had 22 points in this game, and you had a great athlete in Mikhail Torrance a year ago at the point, but in Trevor Relaford, you've got a guy who really is a true point guard by nature. Absolutely,
and you can see why fans, coaches, everybody around the Alabama basketball program was so excited about Trevor Relaford, because he's a throwback point guard. He's a pass-first point guard. He handles it so well. He's quick, does a terrific job defensively, and as he showed tonight against UAH, he shoots the ball pretty well, and that's not an area that we thought would be a strength, or at least his reputation is more of a put-it-on-the-floor player to set up his teammates, but just having that ability to make an open three makes him very dangerous, difficult to guard. And when you look at Anthony Grant's system, playing 94 feet both ways, pressure on both ends of the floor, Trevor Relaford is a perfect fit, and I think he helps you in so many ways. He's a guy that you want to play with. He's a guy that you can recruit to and say, look, this is a guy that's going to get you the ball. And there's so many exciting things going on with the Alabama basketball program right now. The youth, this team that has experience, that has some experience, the ability to grow up from year one to year two. So I'm really excited about the season. It's going to be fun. It gets started on Friday night as the Tide plays host to Florida A&M. We'll be talking a lot more about the Tide, of course, on the radio side of the Crimson Tide Sports Network, but we'll be checking in to talk about it right here on BamaFever.com as well. For Bryan Passink, I'm Chris Stewart.